Hey guys, and welcome to another video. Today we will be interviewing Simon Turpin from Answers in Genesis. Stick around.
xRhythms.
My name is Simon Turpin and I work for an apologetics ministry called Answers in Genesis, and we a Christian ministry obviously that seeks to defend the authority of the Bible, especially in the book of Genesis. So we deal with a lot of questions that are on people's mind today regarding how the Christian faith relates to science.
First question I really want to ask is, was the earth really made in 6 days?
It's a question that we get asked a lot, and people ask that question because obviously we live in an age where people are taught in the school system that the age of the earth is around 4.5 billion years old and the age of the universe is roughly around 13.8 billion years old, according to secular science. First thing we need to realize when we ask how old the earth is, we need to realize it's a history question. As Christians, we believe that God has revealed to us in the Bible some of the details of how he created the world, and so that gives us historical information. And so when you read in the book of Genesis, which tells us in the beginning God created everything, he did it supernaturally, and according to the text in Genesis 1, he did it in 6 normal 24-hour days. The text defines them by the terms there was evening and there was morning the first day. So it uses the terms evening and morning, and it uses a number to define the days in Genesis. And so that's how we know that they're 24-hour days God created in 6 days. Not many people ask that question, why do we have a 7-day week? And in fact, when you go to the next book of the Bible, the book of Exodus, which deals with the history of Israel, if you remember when God brings his people out of Egypt, he takes them to Mount Sinai, and God speaks to Moses and he gives them the 10 commandments. And in the 4th commandment, which has to do with the Sabbath day, he reminds the people of Israel, for in 6 days the Lord made the heaven and the earth, the sea, and all that is in them, and rested on the 7th day. And so even God confirms the fact that he created the world in 6 normal days.
Okay, that was a really, really good answer. That was cool. So the next question is, what does the Bible say happened to the dinosaurs?
In one sense, the Bible doesn't say anything happened to the dinosaurs. And there's a reason for that. In about 1841, another English scientist, Sir Richard Owen, coined the term dinosaur from 2 Greek words meaning terrible lizard. So he coined that word in 1841. The King James Bible, that was translated. There were other English translations before that, but that was a major translation done in 1611. And so the word dinosaur wasn't even invented to roughly 230 years after that translation. Dinosaurs are land animals. Now, if you go back to the book of Genesis and you go to day 6 of creation, what 2 things does God create on day 6 of creation? You know? I won't make you answer that question. But according to the Bible, God on day 6 made man in his image, but he also made the great beasts of the field, and he made the animals. So there we have it. Man would have lived technically with the dinosaurs, okay? You know, lots of secular scientists say, you know, talk about the age of dinosaurs. It was 65 million years ago that dinosaurs died out. We would say actually there's great evidence of dinosaurs living with man in the present world. There's lots of examples. If you go to, there's a cathedral, a big church basically in Carlisle, which is in the northwest of England, and in that cathedral there's a bishop buried in the floor of that cathedral, a bishop called Richard Bell, and he died in 1496. His tomb is in the floor of Carlisle Cathedral. Around his tomb are brass strips, and on those brass strips there are lots of different animals. There's dogs, there's rats, pigs, fish, and even a bat. And those are animals that we recognize today. There's also 2 other interesting animals. If you just ask anyone Doesn't matter if they're Christian or not a Christian. They look like dinosaurs. They look like sauropod dinosaurs. Keep in mind, Alexander, I'd already told you that the first dinosaur bones weren't dug up until 1820. Bishop Bell's tomb was 1496. The Bible tells us in the beginning, God created. Nothing evolved. Everything was created, and he did it in 6 days. And that's a historical document from the witness of a creator. So therefore, evolution is wrong. But I'll give you more answers.